Hello, everybody, and welcome to the game that I wanted to do for Halloween and into November. This is the game I skipped Red Dead Redemption 2 for. Why? Because I've been waiting for this game for years. Literally. When this game was announced, when I heard about this game way back in 2014, I knew that I would finally be able to get my hands on a new Call of Cthulhu game that I hadn't played since the days of Dark Corners of the Earth. I love Lovecraftian horror. I always have. I've always been interested in the universe that Lovecraft created. And finally, we have a new Call of Cthulhu game just right around the corner. And it was here. And now, today, finally, it has arrived. We are finally here. It is release day. And as you can see, the old one himself is out among the ocean. Let's enter the madness. We are going to turn the brightness up because I need to be able to see. Ooh, yeah, look at the text, the old text. Alright. So, all I have for graphic settings is brightness. Game settings. Subtitles are going to be on. Detection is on, and the crosshair is also going to be on. Oh, wait, no, I want this, and then I want to apply the settings. Sound. Yeah, we're just going to keep all the sounds up. Sensitivity. Just going to turn that there. Just turn it up just a tiny bit. Just to see how it is when we get into the game. Now, I have seen a little bit of gameplay of this, but I have mostly avoided watching more than any of the game itself being played. I do know it's an RPG. It's RPG-esque. I do know that it's a mystery game. I do know that it's Amnesia-esque as well in the fact that you have a sanity meter and stuff like that. We're going to get into a new game. Chapter 1. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War in Boston, 1924, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. This is absolutely the type of character that is pulled into a universe like this. Most of the time, the people, the characters that are involved in the stories that have been in the Call of Cthulhu board game and in Lovecraftian universe are typically people like Edward Pierce. People who are alone, who have drug and alcohol problems, that are considered kind of crazy by people, and when they see these things, nobody believes them. It's kind of how it goes. So if I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. It's a shark. Okay. Game saved. Are we perhaps in the Sunken City? Yes. Now this game is a first-person game, but I know there's some third-person elements. Jesus. Could we be in the Sunken City of Raleigh? The home of the old one known as Cthulhu. It's possible. This looks like the kind of place. Some fish bones, a lot of fish, sharks, Plenty of sharks. You know, I think the sensitivity is good where I put it, to be honest. Actually, let's go ahead and try that. The sensitivity down the one step. Let's see how that does. Oh yeah, that's a little better. It's not so wily. Crouch. Oof, I can't go over there. Well, obviously not. Looks like there's kind of something right there. You see where the crosshair is? Right to the right of that? It's like there's a bottle or something over there. Alright. Must light up some items in order to interact with them. Okay, well. It's the point of this lantern. Hurricane lamp. Okay, so I can actually hold it up and... Oh boy. I think that was a shark, but... So I can hold this up and actually make it brighter. I'm assuming that's actually going to be useful for maybe fending off some kind of creature. Ooh, bolt cutters. Here we go. That's what I need. Is there anything over here? Is there a sprint? Okay, I do have a lean as well. So I know that this turns up the light. B is crouch. Oh, does Y just put a... Okay, so double tapping Y puts away the lantern. Okay, I'm gonna cut the other ones as well. Because if I don't... I am really digging the music.
Hold along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Oh, okay. I am digging the music. Oh, it's like a lamp. We have a killer whale over here.
What a putrid offering.
Killer whale. Couple of them, actually. Ooh. So, is that maybe Cthulhu talking? I'm not sure. I don't think anybody... I don't know if...
Fight. You have been chosen.
Okay, so I can run. Okay, well then how do I get back in that other area? Doesn't mean he said like a putrid offering, which makes it sound like it's an offering to him. How do I get here? That's what I want to do. Oh, there's like a harpoon right there. Don't fight, you have been chosen. I don't want to be chosen, to be honest. Bars that lead to nowhere. Oh.
Behold. Everything has already been written.
Halt.
Perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Maybe it's him that's speaking. God, look at him. Woo! Just a dream.
I hate whiskey.
I'll see you in my dreams.
A lost battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
So that was his battalion in World War I.
I used to be an avid reader.
Okay. Oh, this is his membership to the detective agency.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Okay. October 9/24. I don't want to leave yet.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Case closed. Case closed. Lesbians run amok.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Maybe you should stop sleeping at the office.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Case solved. Do I have like a thing? I do have a thing. Okay. Oh shit, what are these? Oh, okay. So I have a lighter from the battalion, 10-7-18. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men in the lost battalion who fell. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. I can turn it around. Good old Zippo. Husband never understood why his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. Alright, well, we have that. Okay, clues. I can't go anywhere but chapter 1. Dark water. Inhabitants, places, and the occult. Pierce Investigation Agency. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time cases follow the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed. I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Then maybe you should get a fucking bed, dude. Get a bed. Okay, what the fuck is this stuff? Is this a skill tree? Okay. So, we have investigation. Investigation represents your investigating talents. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or object and of picking locks. Okay, so that's like your middle. Then we have eloquence. This is your speech, isn't it? Represents your ability to influence by attacking with power of speech. Improving this skill increases your chance of convincing and manipulating others. So yeah, of course. I have a feeling that that's going to be more important than any other game ever. Like in Skyrim, it was like, you know, you had like your speech skill, and you're just like, yeah, I can convince them to give me some more gold. But like this might actually be something we need. Strength represents your ability to call on your physical power. Improving the skill increases your chances of forcing doors or mechanisms, or of using violence, physical or verbal verbal violence. Fuck you! During interactive discussions. Spot hidden. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Improving the skill increases your chances of finding hidden objects. An undiscovered object will not appear in game. Okay. I'm an amateur at that. Well, that needs to improve. Psychology. Represents your knowledge of human behavior. Improving the skill increases your chances of understanding the motives of a person based on his or her behavior or on the analysis of objects. Can we just get all these to level 5 immediately? Medicine. Represents your medical knowledge. Improving the skill increases your chance of determining the dosage of a drug, of making a diagnosis, or of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Well, we're fucked on that end. And occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving the skill increases your chance of determining the use or origin of occult artifacts and the expressing of your knowledge of the myth. Medicine and occult skills can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. Okay. And then sanity. Oh, wow, look at all the mental traumas. Nightmares. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War. We know that where he took part in the Mayus Argonne Offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades without food or medical supplies, soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. My sanity is currently stable. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. Oh, no. So, like, what I'm getting at, basically, is that if I become more insane, I may undoubtedly, without knowledge, be making mistakes. So, like my conclusions could become more... like people may not believe me. Like I could be like, it's him. It really is him. But if I've already kind of gone a little insane, people might be like, yeah, he's not. No, he's not telling the truth, and they could get away with it. I don't know, dude. It's gonna be kind of crazy. Missions. It's October 20th. My doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Well, I can tell you that. Red Sox beat! Yeah, they are.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
So I have a good amount of books. I know what I'm doing. No, turn that on. Oh, fuck.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Okay. I should answer the phone. Hello?
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce?
Yes.
Investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
Yes.
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators.
Yeah, she's got that old voice.
I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Including mine.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Okay, your character points. Each character allows overall improvement of skill. Okay, so basically, the higher they go, the more points you need. Okay, well, first off... oh, okay, so you just use 1 point at a time. Okay. Oh, okay, so, like, basically, for me to level up, I need 6 points. Yeah, okay. I get it. Spot hidden, we're going to increase that as well. And, oh, I need 4 for this. I need 4 for this, too. I want to get this up to level 2, though. Okay. I want to get that up to level 2 because I kind of want all of the minimal skills to be to level 2 rather than be at level 1. It kind of makes it so we're more balanced because I want to kind of balance this out more. It's going to allow us to be able to, like... you know, balance all these more frequently. So, okay, validate. Yes.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will still be up to date.
My,
And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I hung up on her.
I'm coming.
The mouth is not too aligned with the words. It's a little rough, you know. No, can I help you?
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. And I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
That painting you're holding? I saw that thing in my dreams.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
Probably are.
Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family.
Oh.
They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting.
The thing I saw in my dreams.
Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Oof.
What am I supposed to find?
Well, it's
Tell
not
me-
exactly what I saw, I guess.
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture.
It's just like the mouths are
That's all
opening
you've
and,
got?
and closing, but...
Painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
So yeah, the character models and are not the greatest, I will say. You know, they're not too awesome. Should we look at the? I want to look at the painting first.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
Ooh, achievement. I kind of wish I could like zoom in. Well, obviously there's a symbol on the chest, and the symbol actually kind of looks like the head of Cthulhu, to be honest. The symbol is gonna mean something, to be honest, though. All right, what do we
A
have?
warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Shipping label. So it's unreadable, but what I can make out. But I can make out part of the address, Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report, it says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a reclusive life there with their only son, Simon.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Where did she live?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Okay. I read about her mental fragility in the police report.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay, what about Warehouse 36?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I don't want to say that I'm the wrong guy. Something's not right with this story.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory.
Yeah.
Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile.
They don't want to full out say it's a
I believe
murder.
you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Okay, well, that's all the information I need.
think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side.
He
Let
didn't
something
even
happen.
yell.
An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you,
All right.
Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Oh, you're an
Something's
asshole.
queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Oops. Keep forgetting it's the other button. Here we go. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so Stephen Webster, he's 63's businessman, a wealthy businessman, actually. Well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He's ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Okay, so then we have Sarah, who's dead, the daughter, 33, she was a painter. Known for her tortured artistic universe, she was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Oof. Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnists. A wealthy Boston heiress, known for her party-going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers, and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father continued to seek the truth. So her husband, Charles, is ship owner, was a local celebrity on Darkwater, the heir of a ship owner family. He used to travel a lot. He met Sarah during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon, lived a very secretive life. And then Simon is 11. His occupation is going to school, obviously. Only son of Sarah and Charles, who died in the fire that claimed his whole family. Well, on face value, to be honest, it seems like... Listen, if he was living on Darkwater and there's something wrong with Darkwater, there's something wrong with him. And she followed him to Darkwater. See, she was a party, as it says, known for her party going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island Darkwater. Something alright with him, I think, is what really the cult. Art of Sarah Hawkins. Intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others. Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colors and wild... I didn't even notice something. Oh, well, I'm going to finish this. Wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. I didn't even notice, but notice that there's that woman there on the left, and then there's actually a child behind her, which I didn't even notice the first time, which I think means that that's probably her and her son. So, okay. Clues, we have the painting, and we have the file. Fair enough.
I used to be an avid reader.
No, it's this right here, isn't it? Oh, Learning Medicine Volume 1. A dense war game in interns and young practitioners. This first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatments. Hooray! Oh. View the character sheet. Oh, okay. So I'm like... It's at 22% because I'm like... I'm picking stuff up. Okay, so I've looked at that. Said I have a book. Ooh, what's this?
I wonder why I still take these things.
Sleeping pills. The doctor prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore it would put it into the nightmares. You know. Okay, let's see here. Ooh. I know I'm an alcoholic, but still. Oh, is that it? Probably? This?
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century.
Ooh.
It seems to have been shunned since then.
Wait a second. That... Look at that rock painting found in a cave on Darkwater Island. Right there on that second page.
All I have to do is go to the port.
And look at
I
that.
just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
That looks very similar. It has like
Darkwater
tentacles.
is off the coast of Boston.
So it's just tentacles at the bottom with like
heard
the circles that are like the eyes.
Book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Okay, Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? Cthulhu. No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts. Yeah, I think we know. Prohibition! Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. I've looked at everything in the office. Alright, Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed achievement artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Okay. Yeah. I have a feeling that this is related to the dark Lovecraftian universe. I think maybe that her coming to Darkwater, because I think that Darkwater is more or less it's kind of like you know, a haunted house, or like you know, like if you watch The Haunting of Hill House, that shit gets in your head, you know, like the house itself like gets into your head and fucks with you, and you don't know it. You don't understand that, like, you know, maybe everything around you is because of the house. It's the same thing with this, that, you know, maybe once you go to Darkwater Island, the island starts to fuck with you because it's all like the island is, you know, alive. Not like literally, but you know what I mean. It's home to some really fucked up shit. You know, so the island fucks with your mind. You know, because it said, like I said, she was a party girl. And then she became a recluse. Oh. I'm telling you, dude, I like the music. Focus Home Interactive presents A game by Cyanide Studio. See? Told you. Then you pan back from the ship really far, and you put Call of Cthulhu in the sky.
We're almost there.
Thanks, Skipper. Pan up from the ship really far into the sky. Oh, here we go. Panning up from the ship. Put Call of Cthulhu right there in the sky. Pan up really far from the ship. Yeah, I know it. I know everything. I know it all. I know how they do these things. It's movie tactic. Oh, of course the ship's... Oh, wait, no, this is a crash ship. I was like, of course the ship's name's Scylla. Or Scylla, sorry. Torn between Scylla and Charybdis. But it's not our ship, so I don't have to worry. Oh my god, look at that guy's fucking beard. What?
There's guys coming to unload.
Why do I gotta stay on board? Oh. Oh, he was talking to him. I was like, what? Why do I have to stay on board?
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Thank you, James
Thank you, Captain
Fitzroy. James Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Oh, I got a point.
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman. And a great
Darkwater
deed.
Port.
What a tragedy.
Dead whale.
You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What
Is it on
need is
you?
a good pick-me-up.
Is it on you?
Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office.
Uh-huh. Okay.
If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Okay.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Alright, time to detect. Oh, god damn it, I keep hitting the pause button rather than this. Okay, Darkwater Docks. Pierce. I have a skill point, but I don't really want to do anything with it yet because, as you can see, like, these take 4. I want to actually get enough skill points to increase. You know, so I think I'm just going to leave that for now. Darkwater. Okay, so we got Island of Darkwater. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small, inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs with only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up a supply post there in the 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think that the only venture on the island that is still profitable is its medical institute. And we have Darkwater Port. At the entrance to the port of Darkwater, one still passes in front of the shell of the Scylla, the last whaling ship to have brought back a catch. Sailors wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there and is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and mainland. Here, the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory. Okay, well, I kind of wish there was like a sprint, but is that him? No, he's going up there. This is that guy. Oh, don't get in the way of his cast. You fishing? That was not a good music cue. What's this guy's boat called? It doesn't have a name. What kind of boat doesn't have a name, Captain? Fuck. Fitzroy? Fucksroy? Okay, well. Oh, never mind. I keep forgetting that I have a run. It's left trigger, which is the weirdest shit.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
See how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate.
Yeah, it's
It died a
fresh.
short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm just here to ask some questions. What do you know about Warehouse
I'm looking
36?
for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or
You don't want to. Exactly.
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand.
You can see that I'm
Sir.
busy, can't you?
You
I'm not
can't
done
under-
it.
You can't
Oh.
understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water,
Oh,
you
yeah.
shysters. You're crazy.
It's gonna get us to their cops. They can't understand. You can't
That's no way
understand.
to
You're not
treat an old man.
sailors. Oh, yeah. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real
I mean, yeah, you can't really put it back in the water. It's not.
That beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
cops. They can't understand.
Can't understand. Hey, a lantern! Finally. Oh, can I have it? Oh, I can't have it. Bitch. Okay, well, you know, I've looked around the dock a little bit. That cop was kind of an asshole. Those guys, I'm not gonna talk to them yet. Let's see here.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That
Good.
suits me fine.
Momentous day. Yeah, look, Prohibition, and they put fucking spears through it. Alright, well, that guy's got... Sir, your hair is kind of green. This guy's... Okay, well, let's go inside the bar. Thanks.
Be careful.
Spit on me, I'll show you, you bitch. Oh my god, is that Elizabeth from Bioshock Infinite? She's traveled
Let's get him another drink.
to another...
Try.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Oh. No.
Pure instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Okay, well, looking for Warehouse
Do you
36.
know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
I know.
Why not?
but I'm a detective.
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Oh boy.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
No prohibition
I
around
didn't
here?
expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Is it that girl down there? That's over in the corner? Alright, find out about Dark Harbor. Dark Water. Why the stranded whale?
A stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Alright, find out about Sarah Hawkins.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
It's true they were strange.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that.
True.
We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I have, sir. You're not speaking ill, though, if it is
Her
true.
vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I mean, maybe I would, because
I've got what I need.
I'm kind of an
Anything
alcoholic,
else?
so... I'll take a drink.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
Yes, please.
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I'll take a little booze. It's been a while since I've had a drink.
I think we'll get along well.
How much I owe you, sir? I think I'm gonna leave.
That'll be all for now.
Oh, is the drink on the house? Oh, nice. See you later, guy. Sorry about being a dick. This harpoon, though. Look at that. Alright, well, I saw this. I kept seeing this board over here. Captain Fitzroy's got $12.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker.
Yeah,
and
he was.
a debtor.
Oh, so this is the tab. Miss Baker always free for the lady. Of course. A little bit. Oh, prohibition again. Yeah, her over there, the girl eyeballing me. She's the one that is probably bringing in the booze.
He said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
The shanty.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The shanty, paper. 21st of May, 1847. Miraculous catch. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board, of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales. The Sicilian? Jesus. Is already being called the miraculous catch, covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activity. Contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening in the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate.
My God.
My God. Oh, this guy looks interesting.
Nightmares.
can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
All right, Algernon Drake, I'm gonna leave you be now.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What is the song?
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
The end of whaling.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
Nope.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
Okay.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Yeah, but what if they
Good night,
didn't,
stranger.
So long.
what if they didn't exhaust the the amounts of whales? What if it was something else eating them? Do you know that Cthulhu was known to eat large creatures of the sea? You both look like trouble. Is that the is that dude the Balmer guy from Disney's Atlantis? That's exactly what he looks like.
What you looking at, stranger?
I don't know. What's a woman like? Yeah.
Clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering.
No, it says
what's going
dive.
through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Fair enough, bitch. Fair enough. Locked. Can't search the place. Alright, well, that's good enough for me. Go talk to Fitzroy, I guess. Not everybody's an asshole. Everybody's an asshole, man. City of Darkwater Harbor Master. What's over here? Paddles and stuff. Why doesn't your name have a ship? I mean, ship have a... I'm drunk. Ship have a name. The ship.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Yeah.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this
A
woman.
threatening letter. Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. You need to answer. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier, Cat. Yeah, that's probably what who that woman is in there. Only women call themselves Cat. It's short for Catherine or Katrina.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
That's literally just a bag. What do you mean rust remover? It's a bag.
Souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Probably not. I'm gonna use your body! If you don't mind. Alright, let's see here.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
There's stuff in there. I don't want to go in there without talking to him.
The Scylla.
Okay, that's nothing else.
It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
All right,
I
Fitzroy.
brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed.
Oh, here?
When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? The government. Yeah, I just use your bath. Snoop around is what I'm gonna do. Fucking bitch. Hey, second volume! Teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. I've done it. I've gotten it. Still only have like one thing. Oh, here we go. Officer Bradley, age 37. This hick cop likes order and justice. He's no great sleuth, but he seems more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth in the Hawkins case. The inhabitants of the island seem to be friendly with him. He could help me in my investigation. No, he's an asshole. Roy Mitchell, owner of the Stranded Whale Bar, 55. He runs the only bar in Darkwater. Prohibition has no hold on the Stranded Whale. Instead, others come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man therefore knows more than anyone the secrets and rumors that the inhabitants of the island exchange after a few glasses. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting. If the numerous trophies that decorate his establishment are anything to go by, the man will talk freely on the subject that he has been keen on, but he will be far less enthusiastic if one wants to inquire about his source of liquor. Yeah, but he also might be somebody to talk to when we start discovering clues. Because he might be able to spill the beans. Places, well, a bar where liquor is served with total impunity. It's the last thing I expected to find when I arrived on the island. Strandwell is its name. It's managed with an iron hand by the owner, Sir Mitchell, who does not tolerate troublemakers and fiercely protects the identity of his supplier. All the inhabitants of the area seem to go there, and I even saw what looks to be a truce between the bootleggers and the sailors. Well, he said that his source was a she. So it's probably that girl said the fucking bar. I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Well, chapter 1, that's what we got. Chapter 2, this is what we got here. Okay. Fair enough. Pictures on the wall. I mean, I gotta snoop around. That's really what I want to do. Join me on the deck. Yeah. He's taking a long time in that bathroom. Thinking to himself.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
A photograph of a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Nothing on the back. What do you got here? Nothing.
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh,
What
it's
a
that wooden leg.
Souvenir.
It's macabre. But, whatever. The word you're looking for, Pierce, is macabre. Yo, man, I'm telling you, the whiskey is just going right through me.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Warehouse 36.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Okay, it's that one with like the off-white tiles on the top there.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
The Hawkins, yeah. Yes.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
Okay. Talk about Darkwater. Who is Cat?
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain Cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
I'm a detective.
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that. but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
See,
can you not do anything to
told
stop
you it was a
her?
woman.
Don't you worry about that.
This photograph looks strangely like you.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Oh.
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla.
So he was captain of the Scylla.
You can go and see it if you're interested.
I already took a look, don't worry. I saw the killer whale on the wharf.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Why are they putting it back into the sea?
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
What would have killed
Killer
it?
whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
Giant squids.
You're talking about mythology.
No.
Indeed, you're right.
Not really. Giant squids, megalodons, you know, shit like that.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor.
Already did.
It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Alright. Your documents are unreadable.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I mean, but the fishing stopped in 1847. That's for sure. I mean, because we saw dates for 1907 and stuff in there.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Okay.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Will do. Fantastic. I got a skill point. Hooray. Okay, so yeah, that's we're gonna call it there. Let me see here. I got 2 points. I wanna, you know, I think I wanna improve this one. We're just gonna go ahead and put 2 points in there. We still need 2 more points. No, validate those. Thank you very much. Okay, Darkwater. Captain James Fitzroy, he's captain of the... so he's captain of the Charybdis. Okay, yeah, so his ship is called the Charybdis. Figures, his father's ship was the Scylla, and then his ship's the Charybdis, of course. The only boat that still sails between Darkwater and Boston is based at the Harbor Master's office, for where he misses nothing that happens on the island. The inhabitants of Darkwater respect him. The bootleggers, though, despise him. He offered to help me in my investigation. In clues, we have this photograph. That's pretty much about it. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna stop it there, and we'll be back here in just a minute. Just gonna stop the recording, and then we'll start heading over to the warehouse. All right, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you on the next part. Goodbye.